In this video, we are going to talk about the Jupiter retrograde transit from May 14th to the September 13th. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazadi. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. Jupiter retrograde. So before we talk about the Jupiter retrograde, let me tell you some important dates for Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter will get retrograde on 14th of May 2020. Okay, right now Jupiter is in the sign of Capricorn in around 4 degrees, right? And it will go retrograde in the same degrees. Next important date is June 30th, 29th, 30th June. During this time, Jupiter will move to the Dhanu Rashi. On May 14th, it is retrograde, but it is still into the sign of Capricorn. It has 4 degrees, around 4 degrees to cover. Once it is in retrograde motion, it will start moving towards the Dhanu Rashi. And on 30th June, it will go into the Dhanu Rashi. Okay. And next important date is September 13th or September 14th. During this date, the Jupiter will start, in its direct motion from Dhanu sign, Dhanu Rashi. And then again on the 28th of November, it will go into the Makar Rashi or Capricorn sign. Okay, so these 4 are the important dates for the Jupiter retrograde. Right now, Jupiter is into the sign of Capricorn, is in Uttarashadha nakshatra, which is the nakshatra of the ultimate victory. And now it is going retrograde. This Jupiter retrograde is between the sign of Capricorn, which is the 10th sign, which is about the work, to the 9th sign, which is the sign of your faith. Now you have a chance to revisit your faiths, to rebuild your faith, going back to the school. If you have missed anything during this transit from the earlier transit of Jupiter, when it was in Mula and it has moved from Mula to Purvashadha, from Dhanu to Makar Rashi. If you have missed any opportunity with respect to your faith or what you feel or what you believe, the higher beliefs, you will get a chance to fix them during this period. When Jupiter goes retrograde, you will see the things are getting slow down. You will experience the delays in your work area, in the projects you are handling. Okay, this Jupiter, the retrograde Jupiter, becomes more like Saturn. Jupiter is also the planet of knowledge, and now you are having the retrograde Jupiter in your chart. Retrograde Jupiter will allow you to meditate, contemplate on the knowledge which you might be missing during this transit. You have got a chance to dive deep into that knowledge again, which will be helpful when Jupiter will move on. When Jupiter goes retrograde, it is the best time to vision things, to plan things, and to see the truth. The Jupiter retrograde will show you the truth because it is the planet of wisdom, becoming powerful, and it is internalizing all the energies. Now it is making you think about the situation. You were running and it is not allowing you to run. Now it is compelling you to walk cautiously. And all this for your highest good and greatest growth. Because now the expansive nature of the Jupiter is restricted. Now it becomes more like Saturn. And during this transit, especially, the transit is between the 10th house of Capricorn, and it is going to transform. And during this transit of Jupiter, you will be tested with your belief systems, what you believe in. Okay, because now Jupiter will be in Uttarashada in the 4 degrees, will go to the Dhanurashi. Purvashada will come back again, will move from Uttarashada to Purvashada and back to Uttarashada, and will change the Rashis as well. So you will be tested with your belief system, the 9th house things, the Sagittarius things, and you will have to test them. And it's possible that your beliefs might prove to be right. So now you have a conviction, and now you are coming in to the 10th sign of Capricorn. You were doubtful about your beliefs, about your higher beliefs, which are hard to prove to others. You have to be convinced about them. Now you were doubtful about them, you tested them, you found them to be right. And now you're confident, you're convinced, you have the conviction. Now you're moving on to the Capricorn sign in November. You're good to go. And when this Jupiter is getting retrograde, Saturn is also getting retrograde for almost 4 months, from May to September. So it's a double retrogression of transit into the same sign of Capricorn. But Jupiter is even more significant this time because it is changing the signs. And these signs are, the 10th house of work and the beliefs. And in this time, the belief becomes important. You will have this transit in different houses according to your chart. Okay, if you have Aries ascendant, this is from the 10th sign to the 9th sign. So Jupiter is going from the 10th house to the 9th house in your transit. For Taurus, it is going from the 9th to the 8th. Okay, so you will again have to go deep into the mystical nature of the 8th house with the knowledge of the Jupiter. For Gemini Gemini, this is happening from the 7th house to the 8th house. Now 7th house is the house of partnership, and 8th house is the assets with the partner. The 8th house is a secretive house. Apart from being the volatile house, ups and downs, it is more about the secretive nature of the 8th house. The secret connection with your partner, because 8th house is second to the 7th house. So it is like a dhanasthan to your partner, and it is hidden. So your partner might have some gains, or both of you will have some joint assets, or you might get an inheritance. Okay, because it is moving from the 8th house to the 7th house and coming back to the 8th house. So something with these two houses is happening for Gemini. For Cancer, it is happening into the 6th and the 7th house. 6th house is the house of dates, delays, and arguments about the diseases. And 7th house is the house of partnership, about the travel, about the endings, about the marriage. Now you get a chance to fix your 6th house. Get a chance to fix your 7th house. Now it is moving from the 7th house to the 6th house and coming back to the 7th house. So if you have missed anything into the 6th house, you have a chance. You might start a health regime, a diet during this time for Cancer people. Cancer moon. Okay, what is the Leo moon? For Leo moon, this is happening with 5th and the 6th house. 6th house comes in, the Capricorn comes into the 6th house, and Sagittarius comes into the 5th house. For these people, it is the fixing of things into the fifth house. Maybe something related to education. Before, you might have to clear some certifications before you go into the sixth house job, or anything related to resources. You get a chance to fix that. Okay, for Virgo ascendant, it is happening into the fourth and fifth house. Fourth house is the house of studies. Reading books is a private area, and when you have Jupiter coming in here, it brings in the expansion. It makes you large hearted. Okay, and fifth house is the house of intelligence, so you might read some books as well during this period, which will help you to enhance the fifth house, which is studies and intelligence. The Libra, for Libra, it is happening into the fourth house and the third house. Okay, so you get a chance to fix your third house. The Jupiter is moving from the fourth house to the third house and coming back to the fourth house. So if you have missed anything in the third house, you have a chance. For Scorpio, it's second and third. For second and third, if you have missed anything with your resources, with your finances, if you have missed any investments, and which you have realized during this period when Jupiter was in the sign of Capricorn, you have a chance to fix that, to make investments which will help you in financial gains or being resourceful. For Sagittarius ascendant, it is happening between the first house of Sagittarius and the second house of Capricorn. Okay, so again, if you have missed anything with respect to your physical body, something to do with your nutrition, something to do with your physical body or finances, you got a chance to fix this during this time. If you have Capricorn ascendant, now it is the transformation between first and second house. You get a chance to fix the 12th house of Sagittarius, of spirituality, of isolation, of being alone, about the vision of the future, all these things. And for Aquarius ascendant, it is happening between the 11th house of Labha in Sagittarius and the 12th house. Okay, so if you have any foreign connections, or if you want to do any charity, you get a chance to fix your Labhasthana, and then you can go back to the Capricorn. It is also good for spirituality. The next is Pisces ascendant. For Pisces ascendant, it is happening between the 10th house and the 11th house. Now the planet of Jupiter, the Lagna Lord, is coming into the 10th house for some time. It will fix things related to work and will go back to the house of gains. So yes, this was Jupiter retrograde, as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you want to dive deep into Vedic astrology, if you want to know more about Vedic astrology, these two videos on your screen, just go and watch them. These videos will help you to dive deep into Vedic astrology, and you will be on your way to greatness. Sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibes. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.